Hi everybody. If it looks different around me, that's because I'm in my kitchen. I'm not going to do a wig review today. Instead, I'm going to show you a zero carb soup that I make for my lunches sometimes for dinner. But the key word here is zero carbs. I like to watch my carbs, not all the time, but a lot of the times I like to watch my carbs. I eat a lot of meat and cheese and butter. Ooh, butter. And the carb foods that I do eat are vegetables and fruits. I try to stay away from cakes and ice creams and chocolate and junk food and Swiss cake rolls and bonbons and jelly beans. Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I eat those things every now and then, but I do try to eat healthy and I do try to watch my carbs. Because my body tends to do better on a lower carb diet. Otherwise, I'm always bloated and all that good stuff. So if you are vegan or you do not eat meat or you're not interested, then this would be the time that you would exit this video, because I am going to make my traditional homemade zero carb soup. And I thought I'd just share it with you just in case somebody else wants to try it. It's delicious, it's filling, and it's virtually fat-free, carb-free, and healthy for you. So with that being said, I'm going to get started. So first, what you need is a pot, and you need 2 cups of water. Now, I'm not really good with measurements and this and that. A lot of times I make some stuff homemade from scratch and I just throw it all together, pinch here, pinch there. I think we all kind of do that once in a while. So I will try to make it as simplified as I can. So basically what this is going to be is like a homemade chicken noodle soup, but instead of starchy, carby noodles, you're going to use egg whites. Now remember, I said if you don't eat animal products or you're vegan or something like that, you may not want to watch. Okay, so you need a pot. 1 cup of water makes a serving bowl for 1 person. I am going to use 2 cups of water because my daughter loves this soup and we share the soup. So I have 2 cups of water in the bowl here. I'm going to put it in a pan. I'm going to turn the fire on high because I want this water to boil. So that will start boiling here any second now. So the second thing you're going to need is some bouillon. Chicken bouillon. Doesn't matter what kind you use. You can use the cube. I tend to like the powder kind, and there are several different brands. I always use the core brand. This is what it looks like. Core brand, chicken flavor, bouillon. So here's what I mean by the measurements. But I'm not going to give you measurements because when you use this, this is your flavoring for your soup. So it's personal choice. If you like yours real chickeny flavor and, you know, real kind of salty and lots of flavor, you would sprinkle some in there and give it the little taste test, and that's okay. Or no, it needs a little bit more, or oh, I put too much in there, I better add a little water. So it's your personal choice. So usually what I do is I've made this so many times, so I just know that I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons. So I have my 2 tablespoons. Let's see, a little bit more. Then I'm just going to dump that into the pan with the water that's getting ready to boil. So that's your broth. It's your broth. Okay. So while this is getting ready to stir, I'm going to grab me a utensil real quick. Okay, so I got my utensil, my spoon. I'm going to stir this up. It's starting to get pretty boily. So what you want is you want for it to come to a rip-roaring boil. Alright, so then the next thing that I do is I add some other little seasonings to it. I use a little pinch of garlic powder, and like I said, I just a little pinch, just put a little bit of garlic powder in there. There is 0 carbs in garlic powder. Perfect seasoning for your steaks, all kinds of stuff. So just a little pinch in there like that. Another thing I'm going to do is put some freeze-dried chopped onions in there. I'm sure we all know what these look like. They're just basically little chopped onions. And now onions do have carbs in them. If you take like a whole onion and chop it all up, I think you could have like a whole slice of onions and it's like 0.01 or something like that. And these are freeze-dried onions, and I'm just going to put a couple little pinches in there. It helps with flavoring. So just a few of these. Ooh, she's starting to boil. Okay, and then the other thing I do is I add 4 drops of soy sauce. Now soy sauce is absolutely 0 carbs. So I will add 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Give her a little stir. Okay, she's getting ready to boil. The next ingredient are egg whites. Egg whites, not egg yolks, egg whites. Now, it's 2 egg whites per cup of hot water that you're using or water that you're boiling. So, if you're just serving yourself, you're just going to use 2 egg whites. But because I'm making a portion for my daughter, I'm using 4 egg whites. The eggs that I like to use are organic brown eggs. And I just get these from Walmart. You can get them anywhere, Myers, Target, anywhere you want. Organic brown eggs. Okay, so this is starting to boil. So I have my egg whites. I have just egg whites. Nothing else, just egg whites separated from the yolk. Now if you want to know a little bit about eggs, they have 0.5 carbs per egg. I eat a lot of scrambled eggs. I eat a lot of hard-boiled eggs. And where the carb is coming from is the yolk. The yolk has 0.5 carbs. So if you separate the yolk from the whites, you virtually have 0 carbs. So this is what's going to kind of like be the noodle of this chicken noodle soup. So what you do is, my camera angle is not that great, so you're not going to be able to see it actually in action in the pan. But if you do this yourself, you'll see it. So you slowly add the egg whites to this bubbling, boiling chicken broth with all the little seasonings that we put in there. Slowly, and as you're doing it, you're going to stir it. The egg whites will just cook right up as soon as they hit the boiling water. So just slowly stir it in there. Stir, stir, stir. Now you can't exactly see what's in my pot here, but when I have it all done and it's in the bowl, I'll give you a little look. So the next thing I'm going to put in here is the chicken. White chicken, chunked chicken, and this brand right here is just the Swanson chunked chicken, chicken breast, white chicken meat. Kind of looks like that. So, and of course, because it's meat and it's chicken breast, there are 0 carbs. So I can actually turn the fire down on this because you only need it rip roaring and boil so that it cooks your eggs when you put your eggs in there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it down a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to put the chicken chunks in there. Now, if I was just doing it for myself, I'd only use half the can, but like I said, I'm making some for my daughter, and so I'm going to use full the can. Everything I'm doing is just going to make 2 servings for 2 people. So in goes the chicken. Ooh. We'll stir this up. Oh, yep. 0 carb soup. Okay. The last thing I put in here, let's turn the fire off. The last thing that I put in here is freeze-dried chives. Let's see, they look like, freeze-dried chives, non-GMO, organic. So with that being said, this is the last ingredient. And just like I said, no measuring, just pinch, 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 pinch. That's it. She's going to be stirred up and put in a bowl. So that being said, I will be right back. Okay, and so for those of you who watch my wig reviews, this is, I have to do a shout out for my wig friends. This is the Aesthetica wig. I've already done a review on her, but right now we're talking about soup. So it is done. I'm getting ready to eat it for my lunch. I will give you a little sneak peek of what it looks like. So we have, let's see here, we have the chicken chunks, and we have the eggs that boiled up as we were dropping it down into the boiling water. We have the little bits of freeze-dried chives. It's nice and hot, nice and full, high in protein, low in carbs. So that is all. My lunch for today. Well, thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching, guys. Everyone have a great day. Bye. It's good.